Hey guys, and welcome back to Misha's Corner. So today I'll be making Sunday dinner, which is smothered chicken, cabbage, and mashed potatoes, as well as some cornbread. So let's get into it. First, I'm going to season my chicken with my green seasoning. Make sure to link that in the description box so you can make it yourself. I'm going to season this with some adobo and some smoked paprika. You can definitely season this chicken however you want to, what you have in your home. I had some green seasoning left and I used it, as well as, the adobo and the smoked paprika. It's going to add lots and lots and tons of flavor. So I'm going to let that marinate and chill while we work on the cornbread. To my bowl, I'm going to add flour, cornmeal, sugar, salt, everything that goes in cornbread. Okay, I'm kidding around, but you then want to add your eggs. You want to add your milk. The milk I had was almond milk. If you have buttermilk, please use it. However, the almond milk worked just fine, and the cornbread was pretty good. It was actually my favorite part of the meal. I added some melted butter as well as some kernel corn, and you want to mix that up. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. You're going to bake this off for about 45 minutes to an hour. Just make sure you keep an eye on it. Once it's out the oven, you're going to brush this with some melted butter and sugar. So it's about 3 tablespoons of melted butter to 1 tablespoon of sugar. And it's just going to give it that nice, shiny, glossy top, as well as more flavor. So, yeah. And that's the cornbread. The cornbread's done. Get it out the way. Now we can move on. Yes, look at that butter, honey. I had to slow it down, child. In this bowl, I have peppers, onions, garlic, and thyme. And that's what's going to go inside of the gravy for the chicken. So now you're just going to sear your chicken on both sides just until it's like slightly browned. At this point, you're not trying to cook the chicken, just to give it some color, as well as develop the color on the bottom of the pan, which is gonna make the gravy nice and brown. As you can see, the bottom of my pan, don't get rid of none of that. You want to save that. So I'm gonna add my butter, add my seasoning, my peppers, onions, my thyme, and garlic. Saute that for 3 minutes. Add some flour, cook that out for 1 minute. And now you're going to add your chicken stock. Make sure you're using good quality chicken stock or make it from scratch. I think I have a video coming on how to make proper chicken stock, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to season this with some more adobo as well as some pepper. I don't need a lot of seasoning because, again, my chicken stock was pretty good, as well as the chicken is well seasoned. So you want to add your chicken back to the pot just like this. I'm going to cover it and just let it cook for like 30 minutes until it's cooked through and nice and tender and your gravy is nice and thick. And you just want to, between that time, just scoop the onions and stuff all over the chicken. It looks good already, y'all. While that's cooking, now we're going to move on to the cabbage. Deciding to bake the cabbage in the oven, just something I like to do every now and then. I do it. And the way I cut the cabbage is I cut it on an angle. It's like you're making cabbage steaks. Pretty much. You cut it on the angle and you're going to leave it whole just like this. My pan was too small, so I could only do like 4 steaks, but that's fine. Add some adobo, season it however you want. I still have more green seasoning, so I added the green seasoning, onions, peppers, and some butter. And you're going to cover this up. You don't have to add any liquid. Cabbage has a lot of liquid. And put it into a 375 degree oven until it's nice and tender and ready to go. Mine took about 35 minutes or so. Alright, on to the mashed potatoes. I always start my potatoes in cold water or cool water. I'm using red skin potatoes, and these are the ingredients that I'm going to put down in there. I have my warm milk, sour cream, salt, and pepper. Once the potatoes are cooked, I like to smash them for a little bit, just like this, to get everything nice and going. Then I add my hot milk and butter, just like this, and mix it up. And then you're also going to add your sour cream, salt, and pepper. Mix that up. And that's it. Make sure you just taste as you go. It's more of a tasting. I just kept the potatoes simple because everything else have a lot going on. So I kept it simple. But it was just as delicious. Alright, so I have my mashed potatoes down. Put my cabbage steak, y'all. I love cabbage and I love baking it in the oven. It's delicious. And the chicken goes down with the gravy and my cornbread. The whole plate was just delicious. But I really love the cornbread and the cabbage. But the chicken was definitely super flavorful and the mashed potatoes were a nice touch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye, you guys.